Ah yes, another Sony A7C video. In my previous videos I've gone over settings, I've gone over my favorite lenses for the Sony A7C, but I've been excited to make this video because today what we're going to be talking about is how you can make your Sony A7C uniquely special compared to everyone else's. I've owned my Sony A7C for about a year and a half now, and over that time I've collected a couple different accessories for the camera that I wanted to share with you guys today. Some for ease of use and others to help make your photos a little bit more creatively unique. The first accessory, and probably my favorite, is this wooden grip for the Sony A7C. I don't think there's an actual brand name for this grip, but I got mine on eBay, and I've also seen them on AliExpress and Etsy as well. This grip fixes a lot of people's biggest complaint about the Sony A7C, and that is the grip, because of how small it is and how difficult it can be to hold sometimes. It also kind of makes the Sony A7C look like a completely different camera, so depending on if you have the silver A7C or the black one, and there are 4 different shades of wood available for this grip that you can find online. So with so many different possible combinations, you can make your Sony A7C look unique compared to everyone else's. My one complaint about the grip is depending on the size of the lens you're using, whether it's a smaller lens or a bigger lens, it can be kind of difficult to fit your fingers in between the grip and the lens. So your options are you could either stick to smaller lenses, which a lot of people do for the Sony A7C, or I've actually seen some people carve out the grip to make a little groove for your finger. That would make it a bit more like the actual grip on the camera, and it would make it a lot easier to hold. It hasn't been a big issue for me personally, but if you wanted to do it, it is possible. The second accessory might actually be the most important one, and I'll recommend everyone who owns this camera to get one, and it's the Eyecup. It fixed my biggest problem with the Sony A7C because it's pretty much the only Sony full-frame or APS-C camera that does not have an Eyecup on the viewfinder. Now, most of the time I don't actually need to use it, but if you're shooting midday, like in my previous video, or if you're shooting at sunset and the sun's actually behind you, you're going to need this piece. If you already own the A7C, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Having this Eyecup will make shooting during daylight hours so much easier. If you already own the Sony A7C, then I know you've had this issue where you're trying to shoot and you're trying to look out of the viewfinder and you cannot see anything because the sun is blinding you and you are forced to use the back screen of the camera. This Eyecup fixes all of those issues. And the best part is, it's only $14 on Amazon, so I'll have it linked down below so you can go buy one too. The third accessory I'm going to show you guys is actually an alternative to the first one I showed you. This Smallrig accessory acts as a grip extension and an L bracket for your camera if you wanted to mount it on a tripod vertically. There might be other uses, but that's what I use it for. With how small the Sony A7C is, the grip extension is nice because it gives you somewhere to rest your pinky instead of under your camera. And the best part is, if you don't want to use the L bracket, you can just take it off, toss it in your camera bag, worry about it later, and just use the grip extension. Number 4 is more of a general accessory recommendation. You've probably seen a lot of photographers use them before, but you might not know what they are, and they are Peak Design anchors. They allow you to attach and detach your camera strap super easily, unlike the one that comes with your camera, which is annoying and a pain to take on and off. In most of my videos, you've probably seen me using the Peak Design wrist strap because you don't have to worry about dropping your camera, especially with the Sony A7C and its tiny grip. They also have a regular neck strap. If you saw my Sony A7 IV video from about a month ago, you heard me mention I hate neck straps. It's really just the Peak Design neck strap. It's really bulky, but I recently picked up this clever Supply Co strap. It's genuine leather, and it's a lot less bulky, and it's adjustable, and I can't wait to actually try it out. Mainly something for your Sony A7C, but it could apply to all cameras. I have both of my Peak Design anchors on the grip side of the camera. I found that when I had the strap on both sides, the strap was very obtrusive to the viewfinder, and it actually made taking photos more of a hassle than actually fun. Number 5 I plan on making a full video about, but I wanted to include it anyways because I just got it recently and I've been absolutely loving it. And it is the Tiffen Pro Mist filter, specifically the 1/4 because I don't want my Pro Mist filter to be a little too strong. It helps reduce the contrast in your image and give your photos a softer film-like look. Along with making skin and portraits look softer, it helps get rid of small imperfections and wrinkles as well. The main reason people generally buy Pro Mist filters is for the halation it adds to highlights when you're shooting photos at night. I almost always have one of these filters on when I'm shooting at night because it can completely change the vibe of the image. I have the 1/4 Pro Mist, which is a pretty low intensity, so if you plan on shooting during the day, I probably would not recommend anything stronger. Another brand alternative you could pick up is a Moment Cinebloom filter. I have the 20%, which is a super strong intensity one, but I found it to be a little too much and I really only like using it at night, so I picked up the 1/4 so I could have one I could actually use during the day as well. They also have a 10% and a 5%, which is a lower intensity. I have not used them before, so I can't really speak on how they compare to the Tiffen Pro Mist filters. But yeah, those are some of the accessories I recommend for the Sony A7C. I will have most of them linked down below if you're interested in buying them. Every once in a while, I'll just Google and see if there's any new Sony A7C accessories that have come out, so who knows, maybe I'll be able to make a part 2 of this video one day, we'll see. But if you found this video helpful, then I have a lot of other Sony A7C videos linked down below that you can check out. I enjoy making these videos about the Sony A7C because I just love the camera so much and I know other people do as well. That said, I also have other videos that focus on the actual photography side and going out and shooting, so feel free to go check those out as well. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to help support me so I continue growing and reaching a larger audience. And I hope I could inspire you to go out and take more photos as well. Go out and shoot.